Today was an incredibly windy spring day, and I usually love a windy day because they remind me about the power and strength of God. And I think, ooh, the winds of change, they might be coming. Indeed, the winds of change have come for everybody, everywhere, right? In Matthew 14, after Jesus has famously fed the 5,000 men plus the women and children with 12 baskets of leftovers, they are full. They are abundantly full. And Jesus sends them on their way. And then he leads the disciples, or tells the disciples, to get on the boat and cross the Sea of Galilee, while he takes some needed time of rest to go up on a hill and pray to his Father. Well, meanwhile, on the boat, the winds kick up, and the disciples are in one heck of a storm with the winds. They are rowing into them, going nowhere fast, and the boat has started to be taken over by waves. Jesus sees it all from atop the hill from a few miles out, comes down, and again famously strolls across the water. One gospel narrative, 3 of 4 cover it, so it must have been quite memorable, says that he began to pass them by. I wonder if he was thinking, I wonder if they'll call out to me. Well, instead of being relieved to see him, they are panicked and think they've seen a ghost. And then Jesus says something really remarkable. He said, "Take courage. I am is here. Do not be afraid." And then, of course, impetuous Peter jumps out and says, "Call out to me, Lord, and I'll come and walk on water." And he begins to at first, and then he sinks when he sees the waves. And then Jesus so lovingly grabs him, admonishes him a bit for his lack of faith, comes on board and calms the wind. It says in the Amplified Version that the wind, it was as if it gave up and was exhausted by its work. Suddenly and done, Jesus calmed the wind. Well, there's so many stories here in the wind, aren't there? The winds of today and the winds of this story. And we each get to choose which part of the story we're going to focus on. Are we focused in fighting the wind and trying to get that boat to move? Or are we focused on the concern or worry that the boat will capsize and sink with all the wind? Or maybe we're concerned about the supplies on the boat. That was a little comic relief. I think all of us have thought about that. Or are we wondering about where Jesus is? Is he sitting up on some hill, not concerned? Did he cause this? Or is he more like invisible, like a ghost somewhere? We really can choose which part of the story we'll focus on. Are we going to be more like the Peters who say, "What can I do in the wind with Jesus?" and try to be brave and go forth and do good things amidst the wind? Or are we honestly part of the humanity of Jesus? Like, I'd like to get away from the crowd, go somewhere quiet, and pray to my Heavenly Father. If we're really honest with ourselves, we can feel any number of those things any time of the day, and many on any day. I know that I have for sure. But one thing I do know is that we can grab the words of Jesus. I am is near. Do not be afraid. Be of good courage. And most definitely invite him onto your boat. We don't know exactly what's going on. We don't know what God is doing because it's God. He is God and it's his business, but we can be assured that he hears our prayers. He sees our situation. He cares deeply about everything we are concerned about. It's most important that we invite him onto our boat.